published 1806 EDT, 1 October 2017 updated 1807 EDT, 1 October 2017 Yes, replied Harry Kane, when asked if he was ready to be the permanent England captain and a talisman for the nation. His willingness to engage with the question, rather than reply with platitudes, said most about the evolution of a player who is so far ahead of any other candidate for Wayne Rooneys' role that manager Gareth Southgate need waste no more time with his deliberations. When some players tell you they have leadership qualities, it sounds like the ego talking, but not the outstanding contributor to Tottenham's 40 win at Huddersfield. Harry Kane is such an obvious choice to be Gareth Southgate's new full-time England captain. Kane led England twice before, scoring 3 goals as skipper against Scotland and FranceKanes, 2 goals for Spurs on Saturday, made it 7 in 8 days and 13 for club and country in the month. Gareth Southgate has said he is going to take his time with the captaincy decision, Kane said. I feel like one of the leaders in the team, but we have plenty of leaders in the England team. So yes, I focus on scoring goals and continuing this form into October. He has captained the national team twice, against Scotland and France in June, though the role was passed back to Liverpool's Jordan Henderson for the last 2 qualifiers, when he returned to fitness in the England fold. It is no contest between the two of them. The 24-year-old Kane is far more capable than Henderson of inspiring by example, force of character, or both. The custodian of the position must do so. There is an even greater gulf between Kane and Gary Cahill, whose omissions from Chelsea's side this season contribute to the impression that he will be less central to Antonio Conte's side. But the captain's role was given to Jordan Henderson for the last 2 World Cup qualifiers. Southgate must name a permanent successor to ex-skipper Wayne Rooney before Russia 2018. Kane is also intuitively best placed to draw the best out of Dele Alli, the most naturally gifted player at Southgate's disposal, yet still a complicated individual. The yellow card for simulation, which earned Alli a public rebuke from Mauricio Pochettino on Saturday, was more evidence of his rough edges. There will always be an element of that about Alli. It is what gives many mercurial, unpredictable players their edge. Harry Kane is only the 2nd Premier League player, after Arsenal's Dennis Bergkamp in 1997, to score 2 or more goals in 3 consecutive away appearances. Pochettino joked after beating Huddersfield about the attention Kane seems to command. Every headline is about Harry Kane, but the understated part of his game struck you in this match. He's humble and professional, and he works a lot without the ball, the manager observed. His performance quietly demonstrated Kane's capacity to be a number 10, behind Marcus Rashford, for Southgate, as well as occupying his more obvious position at the top of the team. There was a number 10's layoff to Alli in the early stages of a Filippis Onitic move down the right, which set in train Tottenham's 2nd goal. There was the supreme confidence which is a striker's oxygen in his 2 goals, 1 right foot, 1 left foot, 1 born of pace, 1 of dexterity as he spun off his man, eased across the edge of the penalty box and shot beyond the goalkeeper. Kane strengthened his case by scoring twice in a fine display as Spurs beat Huddersfield 40. Afterwards he said, I feel like one of the leaders in the England team, but we have plenty. When boss David Wagner took nearly an hour to appear to discuss this, you hoped he'd delivered some hard words, because there was too much of Huddersfield simply being happy to be on this stage, playing a side such as Spurs. Aaron Mooy, arguably their outstanding player of the opening months, could make no impression. This was their first game against one of last season's top 7, and it was a reality check. Mooy said what marked Spurs out from the season's other opponents was their understanding. They all know exactly what they're doing, where to move, where the space is. They're very sharp in the way they think. The Australian said the players would learn from the experience. It exposes you to playing against top teams, he added. Of course it's going to make you better. But it sounded like coping a little better with Kane would be no easier next time. Hess on fire, Mooy reflected. If he gets half a yard, Hess away.